Hey there, welcome back. It's time for more The Golden Age of DC Comics, 365 days. I'm going through this old beloved book of mine. It was given to me by a best friend almost 2 decades ago. It's been surfing on every coffee table I've had ever since. It's been just well loved and well read, and this year I'm reading a page a day. It's its intended purpose. So we're going to read today's date, and then we're going to talk about comic books for a few minutes. I love talking about comic books. It's a lifelong love of mine, and this is the book, the Golden Age of DC Comics. The Golden Age is 1938 through 1955 of DC Comics. You can give a little elbow room if you'd like to, such as such as The Shadow and Dick Tracy, who both premiered in 1931, and Superman premiered in 1938. But Little Orphan Annie debuted in 1924. Would you consider Little Orphan Annie Golden Age? And that ran for a very long time. Yeah. Publication history, World War II. Wow. Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, leave me a comment in the comment section. Answer this question if you could, and I'll read it on the air too, in another video. But Little Orphan Annie, yeah, she began in 1924. Wow. Did the Golden Age just get a little deeper? See, this is the great kind of conversation that we have at comic book stores, and that I want to have with you. And if you're tuning in, and if you love comic books as much as I do, then yeah, I mean, isn't that really interesting? So let's turn the page and see what we got for today. This is pretty simple. I don't know if it shows a lot of, you know, kinetic energy, but I mean, if we are reading from left to right, and so the motion line brings us right into the center of Superman's fist. Yes, snatching the telephone away, Superman crushes it to pieces with his hand. And Kellogg's Pep, P-E-P, Pep. That's from the radio show. And this is from a story by Jerry Siegel, art by Joe Shuster, from Action Comics number 14, July of 1939, March 16th, today. Destroying a telephone isn't really much of a feat for Superman, not even in the early days of his career, yet this forced dynamic panel transmits part of the effect the stunt has on somebody, on some suddenly intimidated and still grammatical criminals. Good grief, you've crushed it as though it was paper. So I think I misread that, but I don't care. But yeah, it's a really simple panel today. It's it's March 16th. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got for today. I mean, yeah, it's a Superman, and he was early Superman's pretty fun because he wasn't as quite as developed as we have him today. I mean, I guess you say Superman, you know who you're talking about. You got a good idea of who that person is, what they're capable of, what kind of adventure you're going to have by reading a Superman adventure. And because in the end, you want a good Superman story. And so the character has a core. And so we get a lot of things these days about the modern interpretations betray the core. And yet we need to balance that with the ability to tell new stories. And yeah, there's just an expectation out of a Superman story to be a good Superman story and to entertain, and you can have fun with it. And because what are Superman stories? There's science fiction stories, there are crime stories, there's superhero stories, and they're supposed to be fun. And superheroes can be a fun experience, and they should be a fun experience for all involved. The creators, the guests, the readers. I mean, I don't like saying we're consumers. I like saying that we're the readers. And, even the collectors, they buy. I for one, buy comics for their story and for the art, to appreciate the art and appreciate the craft of the magazine, and to be there was just something about having a weekly stack and having a weekly publication. These are the magazines that I read. You may read Newsweek, Time magazine, just Scientific American, but I would read Batman. It came out once a month. It was a magazine. Yeah, it was made just for me. I would pay $2.99 to have, or like the relative $1.99. If 10 cents in 1940 equals $1.99 today, I grew up in the 60, the 50, 60, 75, $1 range of until the late 80s. And I mean that was but yeah, so yeah. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a quick one today. Let's just look at the panel again, I guess. Sure. Let's appreciate some art. It was story by Jerry Siegel and art by Joe Shuster. So this is authentic. It's Superman as you can get. Superman crushing the phone. Yeah, I guess he could do that today too. He would just reach out, grab your iPhone or your Galaxy and just smash it in his hand. But you know what I mean? It's made of plastic, so Superman would probably just feel like that's tissue or something. There was a great Superman line at the end of Justice League Unlimited where he just finally shakes off everything and goes to hit Darkseid and just knock his block off. And he says, Darkseid, you don't know what it's... This is a paraphrase. You don't know what it's like to have been me living here. Like, everything's made of tissue paper and you gotta, be so careful. But with you, this time I can cut loose. And he just knocks him. And then you see like these sound waves coming off of their punches. It's just a really fun Superman story. Yeah, and that's what we ask of, I guess, when we buy a Superman story, or we read a Superman story, or or watch a Superman movie. It's we just want a good Superman story, and that starts with, when you say Superman, you pretty much know who you're gonna get. So yeah. So that's all we got for today. Thank you so much. We're going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern U.S., and we'll see who we have when we turn the page. On tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to have something to say about stereotypes, racial stereotypes in comics. I'm going to have an interpersonal thing to say about it tomorrow on St. Patrick's Day. Alrighty, that's all I get to say about a spoiler tomorrow. Hey, like and subscribe if you could. I'm an ordained minister. I'm a spiritual guy, an amateur theologian. We get spiritual here. I'm also a professional chef. I make cooking videos. So tune in and I can give you some hacks so you can make delicious, nutritious, and beautiful food for you to share with your loved ones at your table. And one day I want to earn your subscription. Wow, Little Orphan Andy premiered in 1924. Wow, but the DC Comics the golden age of DC Comics legitimately began in 1938. So we are splitting hairs. This is what it's like to be a comic book fan, to argue about things. Now, who's going to win, Thing or the Hulk? And I can't settle that here. But you know what? That's the kind of talk we have in comic book shops. And, but yeah, Little Orphan Annie. Wow, I saw that play when I was a kid in the late 70s. My mom took me. It was the first run off Broadway, playing in Boston here. I loved and worshipped that album. You want to see me cry? Play some of that music. I'll sing along and I'll start weeping. Maybe do 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 do. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Sorry. All right. Enough of that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye bye.